So first of all, a lot of thanks for sparing time on Sunday. It's really appreciating and makes you a great parent that you have shown interest in, investing your time in learning on Sunday morning, right? It's really, really appreciating. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. And one thing I want to mention that Kavya is the main speaker of this webinar as she is the expert and she has been through her journey of being a shy introvert and low voice kid to becoming an author, speedcuber, YouTuber, podcaster, and many more. So I'm 100% sure that the messages, which have been sent to you all in the previous days before the webinar, before today, you guys, some of you might have seen, some of you might have not. So I'm sure you would have known a little bit of, Kavya. So in today's webinar, Kavya has a lot of content to share. So now without making a further delay, I think let Kavya begin her sharing the journey and what she's going to share. So I hope everyone is ready and excited, right? So let's start with the people sharing, their where basically they are joining from. So just type in the comment box, where are they joining from? Just type your city in. Bangalore,
Bangalore.
Gurgaon, okay. Delhi, Chennai, okay. Ajmer also, great. Okay, Kavya, so I think you can take over now and you can start it.
Okay. So, well, first of all, before starting, please let me know. Ahmedabad, very nice, great. So, please let me know if I'm going to be taking this webinar in Hindi and English language, like the English language, right? So, is everyone okay with this language? And can we continue with this language? Is everyone comfortable with it? Just type in yes. Okay, great. Just type in yes in the chat. Okay. Awesome. So, well, before starting, I would like to be covering some rules that we all have to follow during this webinar from the start till the very end. Okay, there are not many rules, but do ही rules हैं. Note down or write any of your questions, any of your queries that you will have in the whole webinar. Somewhere you can type it out or just write it in your notepad or somewhere. We will be addressing questions at the very end. So you can write your questions in the chat box and ask them to us at the end. Okay, so till then, just note them down somewhere. Okay, rule number 2 is be an active participant during the webinar. So whenever we ask you to type in anything in the chat box, just go ahead and type in. Let us boost this energy of this webinar. Okay, and lastly, focus and enjoy. If you focus, you're going to be getting the best value out of the webinar. And if you enjoy, of course, you're going to be enjoying this webinar, right? And we're going to be having lots and lots of fun. And I'm going to be sharing with you lots of value in this webinar. So how many of you are ready for it? Type in BIO in the chat box. BIO stands for bring it on. So go ahead and type it in the chat. Awesome. Great. So one more thing I would like to let you know is मैंने बहुत सारे लोगों को देखा है, वो बताऊं क्या करता है, वो वेबिनार या कोई भी क्लास है वो तो ज्वाइन कर लेते हैं लेकिन उसके 15 मिनट बाद चले जाते हैं. This is not how it's going to work. You registered for this webinar and you want and you have a lot of expectations from it, right? So to get all the best value out of it and to get the maximum value out of it, you need to stay till the end of this webinar, till the very end, because then only you will get to know the solutions of your problems. And I actually have my reasons why you should stay till the very end of the webinar. But before that, let us first of all cover कि हम इस webinar में आए क्यों हैं. I'm sure आपके पास अपने खुद के reasons होंगे why are we here in this webinar, but I also would like to share some of the reasons with you, all right? So first of all, in this webinar, we're going to be discussing 9 ways to boost your child's brain and memory power that you can learn, and then you can help your child with those so that they can boost their brain and memory power. And I have actually seen कि बहुत सारे लोगों की ये problem है of low memory, poor memory. So this is gonna help you. After that, we are also going to be discussing the top 3 secrets to boost a child's brain memory power, to improve their focus, to reduce their screen time and all. Then we are going to be discussing how to reduce a child's screen time and how can we make it productive. As in today's world, screen time is a big problem, right? Then we are going to be discussing how can you help your child succeed in the future and help them achieve their hopes and dreams. We are going to be talking about how you can help your child build focus in today's digital technology age. We will be discussing about how you can be a hero parent for your child. We will be discussing about the solutions to this problem of high screen time and what is the best and the fastest way to reduce a child's screen time and to solve these memory problems, focus problems, etc. And we are going to be discussing about a lot more fun and important things. All right. So that is basically why we are here in this webinar, to know the solution to these problems and to learn something new, right? And you are only going to be learning a lot of things new when you stay till the end of the webinar. So here is why you should stay till the very end of the webinar. And once, yeah, so you should stay till the end of this webinar because I'm going to be telling you some incredible data insights about a child's screen time. I'm going to be telling you how excessive, improper use of technology can ruin your child's future, and the solution to reduce a child's screen time, and everything basically I mentioned in the previous slide. Not just that, but if you stay till the very end of the webinar, then you're going to be getting a surprise at the end. Now ये सरप्राइज कुछ ऐसा नहीं है जैसे कोई गिफ्ट नहीं है या आईफोन या मैकबुक, कुछ नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है. But yes, this is a surprise and this is the solution to maximum of your problems. So how many of you give this word to us that you are going to be staying till the very end of this webinar? Type in me in the chat box. और बस बोलना नहीं है, बस लिखने के लिए नहीं लिखना है, असली में करना भी है. Okay, so type that out in the chat box. And one second, so sorry. Yeah, so type in me in the chat box. Commit to us that yes, you're going to be staying till the very end of the webinar. Okay, awesome, great. Thank you so much. And all the people who are writing me in the chat box, please try to stay till the very end of the webinar, okay? So, well, let us first begin with the 9 ways to boost your child's brain and memory power. One of the problems that we have got to know from all the feedback and the surveys that we have done, that memory power is a problem. So how many of you are ready to know the 9 ways to boost your child's brain memory power? Type in me again in the chat box. Awesome. So, okay. लेकिन पहले इसको जानने से पहले let us first know कि भाई brain memory power बढ़ानी क्यों है? You know, whenever I talk about brain memory power, so what do people say? That Kavya, brain memory power कौन परवाह करता है भाई, बढ़ानी क्यों है? Why do we even care about it? And that is why I wanted to tell you that why it is very important to improve for 7+ kids to improve their memory power. Number 1 reason is to learn and acquire new knowledge. Learning needs a good memory power because when you have a good memory, then you're able to retain and recall whatever you've learned for a long period of time. Enhances problem solving skills. जब आपके पास एक अच्छी मेमोरी होती है तो जो भी आपकी प्रॉब्लम्स है और जो भी जैसे भी आपने उन प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करा है, वो स्ट्रैटेजीज, वो सॉल्यूशंस, वो टेक्निक्स आपको लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए याद रहते हैं. तो अगर आपके फ्यूचर में ऐसी कोई भी सिमिलर सी प्रॉब्लम आए, so you will remember how to solve it easily and quickly. Coming to retain and recall information, that we all know. If you have a good memory, you will be able to recall and retain anything very easily. Increases creativity and imagination in kids. Totally it does. If you're thinking creativity and imagination, how? How is that even possible? Let me tell you. Creativity and imagination is a wonderful skill that is needed in storytelling, that is needed in speaking, that is needed in writing or anything that you do, right? And when you have a good memory power, तो आप अपनी पास्ट मेमोरीज या पास्ट में जो भी हुआ है उसके बेस्ड कुछ क्रिएटिवली इमेजिन कर सकते हो, क्रिएटिवली सोच सकते हो एंड अप्लाई इट इन your speaking, apply it in your writing, apply it and do better storytelling. And this also helps in drawing, this also helps in art. That is how memory power also increases creativity and imagination in kids. Improve social skills. Now, what are social skills, Kavya? Well, social skills are those skills that are used to communicate and interact with people. And in today's world, they are very much needed. So when you have a good memory, you will be able to remember what you'll be able to make better friends. क्योंकि जब आप दोस्त बना रहे हो, उनसे बातें कर रहे हो, आपने क्या बात करी, क्या क्वेश्चंस पूछे, उन्होंने क्या जवाब दिए, उनके हॉबीज क्या है, उनका फीडबैक क्या है, सब आपको याद रहता है. So the next time you go and communicate with that person, the next time you go and conversate with that person, you remember that what that person likes, what that person does not like, and you can carry on the conversation or get into more deep of that person. So that is how good memory also improves your social skills. Next is language development, that we all know. Look, I'm learning Spanish in my school right now as a third language, or I would actually say that a good memory power, having a better memory power now, has really helped me a lot in my Spanish as well. क्योंकि स्पैनिश में बताऊं वोकैबुलरी है, वर्ड्स है, फ्रेजेस है जो एकदम ही डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज के हैं. Like you don't know anything. It feels like you're learning an alien language, right? You're doing anything, you're learning something new. तो इसलिए एक लैंग्वेज को लर्न करने में you really need a good memory power to remember the words in that language, to remember the sentences in that language. Next is better organizational skills. Organizational skills say I mean scheduling your day, organizing your day. So if you remember the task you need to do in a particular day, you'll of course be more organized. You'll of course be able to implement them better. Enhances critical thinking skills, builds self-confidence. If your teacher has said some, for example, if it's a science teacher और उन्होंने आपको कुछ पूरा बड़ा concept पढ़ाया है आज, अब अगले दिन जो है you have come again to the science class and now the science teacher is saying you that okay, let's take my name only. Okay, Kavya, tell me that what did I teach you yesterday? What all concepts, what all things that I made you understand yesterday? Just give me a whole summary of that. अब अगर आपके पास अच्छी मेमोरी होगी, then you will be able to say all those things, maybe not all, but of course maximum of these things if you have a good memory, right? But what if you have a poor memory? You will not. You will forget it. And if you say the answer correctly, if you can remember it, तो भाई self confidence तो बढ़ता ही है ना. When someone appreciates you, when someone is clapping for you, when the whole class is standing up and clapping for you, when the teacher is appreciating you, सबका self confidence बढ़ता है. So even your child will be able to increase their self confidence, will be able to build their self confidence. And lastly, it's a lifelong skill. Having a good memory really helps you in academics in the future, will help you in the future, and yeah, it's a lifelong skill. So now coming to finally how to improve your child's brain and memory power, I have with me right now the top 9 ways to do so. So well, the first one is writing. लिखो, क्योंकि जब आप लिखते हो a lot of times, maybe 1 time, 5 times, 10 times, then that comes into your hand. भाई वो आपके हाथ में fit हो जाता है. And you know, all our body parts are connected, whether that's brain, whether that's hand. So the brain also remembers what you're writing. Whatever you want to remember, whether that's a whole piece of paragraph, a script, or a list of items, anything, just write them down. 10-20 बार लिख लो, याद हो जाएगा आपको. And this is kind of like something really magical for me. मैंने भी, मुझे पूरा पैराग्राफ याद करना था, मैंने क्या करा, उस पूरे पैराग्राफ को 10 बार लिखा पेपर पे. and I have no idea how that paragraph was in Spanish. I have no idea how when it was my exam day, I did not even remember the paragraph. ठीक है, मैंने उसको मेमोराइज करने की कोई कोशिश नहीं करी थी, मैंने बस उसको 10 बार लिखा था पेपर पे. And what happened? On the exam day, I have no idea how, but my hand was just writing it itself. मतलब दिमाग में वो आते जाते थे क्या लिखना है. Why did that happen? Because I wrote that same piece of content on a paper for 10 to 20 times, for 10 times actually. So you can either type it out or write it down. Next way is imagination. For example, if you do not like writing में बहुत हाथ दुखता है, वो मेरा भी दुखता है, सबका दुखता है. Second way that you can try is imagination, visualization. Visualization is such a powerful thing. If you want to remember any word, if you want to remember any list of words, list of items, go ahead and visualize it. Visualize how it looks. Just picture it in your mind. Draw it in your mind. Or you can even draw it on the paper. That's absolutely fine. अगर मैं एक एप्पल है मेरी क्लास में एप्पल, so draw an apple in your mind. Make it wear specs or make it wear a hoodie, make it wear whatever. Just imagine it in your mind, because when you imagine, you remember it for a long period of time. Got it? So now this works for me, and what works for me I'm sharing with you. But again, आपको try करने पड़ेंगे सारे ways, and you need to decide which one works for you the best. The third way is break down into chunks. Let me ask you a question, okay? आपको एक एलिफेंट खाना है, मतलब असली में एलिफेंट नहीं खाना, बट इट्स जस्ट एन एग्जांपल. आपको एक बड़ा मोटा हट्टा गट्टा एलिफेंट खाना है, आप उसको कैसे खाओगे? हमारा मुंह इतना बड़ा है क्या कि हम पूरा एलिफेंट ही अपने अंदर ले जाएंगे? No, right? We'll explode ourselves. So how will you eat an elephant? Type your answer in the chat box. You want to eat an elephant? How will you eat an elephant? Quickly. So, okay, so yes, absolutely. You will break it in pieces. Absolutely, that's right. So yeah, you will break it into pieces, and that is how you will eat an elephant, right? You cannot just gulp an elephant. You will break it into chunks, into pieces. You will cut it down. तो अगर आपको कुछ भी याद करना है, whatever you want to memorize, whatever you want to remember, whether that's a whole big script, whether that's a big paragraph, whether that's a whole chapter, whether that's anything, break down into bullet points, or break down into small boxes, or break down into small words, or just break them down and then try to remember. तो वो आपके लिए ज्यादा प्रेशराइज नहीं रहेगा, लेकिन बहुत आसान होगा. And that is how you will be able to remember anything easily without taking any stress, without taking any pressure, क्योंकि छोटे छोटे chunks याद कर रहे हैं. Number 4 is creating videos. Creating videos or speaking or communicating or just telling about that to anyone will work. You know why? Because when you speak, anything that you want to say, anything that you want to remember, when you speak it out to invisible ghosts, to aliens, to a wall, to a laptop, to a camera, to anyone, you remember it better than anything else. This also works for me, you know, whenever I have to create videos for my YouTube channel or my Instagram, right? So what I do, और वो बहुत लंबी script होती है कभी कभार. So what I do is I rehearse it. रिहर्स करने से मैं बोलती हूँ एंड मैं उसको 10-15 बार रिहर्स करती हूँ, so I remember it. At least not the whole thing, but yes, I remember 90% or 80% of it, which is also a lot. So start speaking or start creating videos, whatever you want to do. Number 5 is mind maps. One of the best ways and one of my favorite ways. Mind maps एक basically pictorial representation होता है of whatever the content is, whatever the text is. And you know, this is a psychology. Our mind remembers images or remembers these pictorial representations better than any content, better than any text. मतलब आप एक चीज बताओ, अगर आपके सामने एक 2000 वर्ड्स की एक बड़ा सा आर्टिकल आ जाए, आप उसको पढ़ोगे बैठकर? जस्ट टेल मी ऑनेस्टली, मैं तो नहीं पढ़ूंगी. That is gonna be super 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 boring and super lengthy, है ना? But what if वो पूरे 2000 words का articles I break it down in a pictorial representation. बीच में उसका टाइटल लिखाओ और साइड में उसके जो कनेक्टर्स हैं उनमें पूरा कंटेंट लिखाओ, वो भी छोटे छोटे चंक्स में. That will be easier for me to understand. And guess what? That is going to help you remember and memorize better as well. Number 6 is stories. Stories is the most fun way. भाई आप जितनी weird और जितनी बेकार stories और जितनी ज्यादा अजीबो-गरीब stories बना सकते हो ना, उतनी बनाओ. For example, I have 4 words with me: Rubik's cube, bottle, laptop, book. Rubik's cube, bottle, laptop, book. Right? I need to memorize these. I'll create a weird story out of it. There was a Rubik's cube that used to speak. Yay, let's go. One day, that Rubik's cube was jumping all around in front of my laptop. और उसने एक बहुत बड़ी छलांग लगाई and वो सीधा लैपटॉप के अंदर चला गया. So 2 words covered over here: Rubik's cube and laptop. Now what happened was, now when my Rubik's cube was in the laptop, it was getting really thirsty क्योंकि of course उसने इतनी बड़ी छलांग लगाई है, इतनी बड़ी छलांग कि अब तो थक गया ना भाई बेचारा. So now he took my water bottle and he drank water from it. Bottle भी cover हो गया. Last word, book. Now, being in my laptop the whole day, my Rubik's cube was getting super bored. तो भैया वो बेचारा क्या करे? तो उसने सोचा कि उसने बहुत सारी वीडियोस सुनी थी from big YouTube channels like Ankur Warikoo, Raj Shamani and all these channels, and they say that read a book whenever you're getting bored. So now he took a book called Harry Potter and started reading it and enjoyed a lot. And that was the life of a Rubik's cube. ये बहुत बेकार स्टोरी थी, I know that for a fact, but these बेकार weird stories ही हमारे mind में रहती. And when you create a whole story out of these items, whole story out of the words you want to remember, your memory, your brain is able to memorize all those things very much better and very much faster in a fun way as well. Got it? Now, coming to the 7th way, which is staying conscious all the time. When you stay conscious, you're in that moment, you're able to remember that thing that is said to you in the moment. Remember that thing, remember the things, remember the concepts that are mentioned to you in the moment better. Number 8 is good sleep. It is very, very highly important to give your brain rest. And 7 to 8 hours of sleep for every single child who is 5 to 13 to 14 years old is very important. Because when you sleep, you give your brain rest. When your brain rests, the next day, when it wakes up, it is more active to remember new things and learn new things. And number 9, last but not the least, is practicing. Practice does not make a man only perfect. Practice makes every single person, every single animal, every single living being in this world perfect. Whether that's an ant, whether that's a frog, whether that's a human, whether that's anyone. Practice makes you progress. Practice makes you perfect. Practice makes you better at it. जितना आप इन 8 to 9 तरीकों को प्रैक्टिस करोगे, जितनी आप किसी भी चीज को प्रैक्टिस करोगे याद करने के लिए, मेमोराइज करने के लिए, you will memorize it one or another day. Now I want you to try all these 9 ways and then decide which one works for you the best. Because of course सारी तो आपके लिए शायद काम करेंगी, शायद नहीं करेंगी, तो आपको ये डिसाइड करना है आपके लिए कौन सा बेस्ट वर्क करता है. Alright, so how many of you are clear with this? Type in C in the chat box if you're clear. C for cat. Okay, wonderful. So let's move on. Well, I want to ask you a question, okay? आप में से कितने लोगों को लगता है दैट आजकल की जो डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी है वो बच्चों को और उनके फ्यूचर को अफेक्ट कर रही है? टाइप इन me in the chat box. Okay, me. Yeah, it's an easy way. The question is on the screen, so you can. Okay, okay. Some of you are saying me. Awesome, awesome. Well, even I think so. And one more question that I would like to ask you over here. Last question, okay? How much time does your child spend on screen in one day? What is the average कि आपका बच्चा कितना टाइम देता है स्क्रीन पे पर डे? Type your answers in the chat box. 1 hour. Wow, okay, that's great. 2 hours, 3 to 4 hours. Okay. 5 hours. Wonderful. Thank you so much everyone for typing that in. Where are you? There are 15 people in the meeting. Come on, people. Type in your answers. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. So, well, the average of all of that you have mentioned was around 2 to 3 hours, 1 hour, 3 to 4 hours, right? Awesome, great. Now, let me tell you something that is super shocking, that shocked me as well, that really surprised me as well. And those are some incredible data insights from Pew Research Center, Common Sense Media, World Health Organization. I think a lot of you would be aware about it. Brainly, The Telegraph, and a lot of other news media, press releases, and all of that. So, first, let me begin with where is this technology being used? Now, it is not like obvious that every single kid in this world would be spending 1 to 2 hours daily. But in fact, research says that so many kids in the world, they spend more than 5 hours, more than 4 hours, more than 6 hours, more than 8 hours on screen per day. And that is why this high screen time is such a big problem. And this is a report by Common Sense Media that shows us कि भाई ये जो टेक्नोलॉजी है, ये जो स्क्रीन टाइम है, वो यूज हो कहाँ रहा है, वो जाता कहाँ है. And if you see the blue color, it's for tweens. Tweens कौन होता है? जो 8 से 12 साल वाले बच्चे होते हैं. And the purple color, or whatever color that is, it's for teenagers, जो 13 plus बच्चे होते हैं, right? On television, 65% of tweens, they spend time every single day on television. And 49% of teenagers spend time every day on television. ऑनलाइन वीडियोस का आप देख सकते हो, मोबाइल गेम्स का आप देख सकते हो, रीडिंग का देख सकते हो, वीडियो गेम्स का देख सकते हो, सोशल मीडिया का तो देखो. 18% of tweens, they spend time every single day on social media, and 62% of teenagers spend time every day on social media in 2021. But yes, according to 2023, I have not yet received the report from Common Sense Media of 2023 or 2022, so that is why this is of 2021. But yes, it is also said कि अब तो ये obviously बढ़ गया, ये percentages बढ़ चुके हैं, especially of social media. Not just that, but there is this report by the Telegraph that says that a psychologist called Dr. Eric Sigman, who is a psychologist from the Telegraph, has rightly said that children spend more time on watching TV than at school, than doing productive stuff, than doing any creative stuff that is helping them get better, that is helping them do something productive, that is helping them learn something. What do? They spend more time on watching TV rather than all that, which is all entertainment, which is all, hey guys, let me tell you a story and blah, 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 which is not helping them. But they're just consuming and consuming and consuming. Not just that, but Dr. Eric Sigman also mentioned that by the age of 7, a child born in today's world will be completely glued to screens. चिपक जाएंगे वो screens के साथ. That how big that addiction will be. Next is that I would like to be showing you how much time is given to technology in today's world. And this is the comparison between 2015, 2019 and 2021 and tweens and teens. तो tweens का 2015 में स्क्रीन टाइम हर दिन एवरेज था 4 hours 36 minutes. 2019 में इंक्रीज हुआ 4 hours 44 minutes. And 2021 में it took a long jump and increased to 5 hours 33 minutes per day. And a lot of you would not be connecting to this because I think some of you would not be having this much, some of your kids would not be having this much screen time, but this is the average screen time of maximum kids around the world. Maximum. Teenagers का 2015 में screen time था 6 hours 40 minutes, which is totally a lot. 2019 में it increased to 7 hours 22 minutes, and in 2021 it increased to 8 hours 39 minutes per day of screen time. And I've already shown you where does this screen time actually go. Next, I would also like to be telling you the exact number of hours for separate activities. तो अगर आप देख सकते हो ये ट्वीन्स के लिए, ये ब्लू वाला ट्वीन्स के लिए, और ये पर्पल वाला है जो भी कलर है ये टीनेजर्स के लिए, और ये 2019 वर्सेस 2021 की रिपोर्ट है. And now I'm not reading all of this because of course this is a lot, but I think you can see all this. Where all is the screen time going और कितने घंटे वो हर एक एक्टिविटी में देते हैं. And total बनाकर whatever I told you in the previous slide हो चुका. And if you're thinking that, oh Kavya, this is not true, this is fake, right? But these are the real reports. These are some surveys done not from me. This is not what I'm saying. This is what Common Sense Media, WHO, and all those big health news reports, media, all of them, they are saying. They did these surveys and they provide these reports. And this is true. Whether or not you believe it, this is true. And next, coming to this, you can also read this out if you want to. So, well, this is again the number of hours, number of percentage of people, of kids giving to this much number of hours of screen time. तो जैसे आप देख लो 2 घंटे या उससे नीचे वाले स्क्रीन टाइम वाले बच्चे 2019 में थे 26%, means 26% of tweens gave 2 hours or less number of hours to screen time every day in 2019. 24% of tweens gave 2 hours or less screen time in 2021. Rest you can read it all. This is for teenagers, this is for tweens. And guess what? 29% of teenagers, they spent more than 8 hours of screen time in 2019. And 41% of teenagers spend more than 8 hours of screen time in 2021. और अभी 2023 चल रहा है भाई. ये बढ़ तो पक्का ही गया होगा अगर इतना बड़ा है इतना में. Well, coming to now, how many of you are thinking over here that Kavya, okay fine, these are data insights, हमें पता चल गया, लेकिन हम क्या करें अब? Like what should we do? Why do we even care about this? वो देख रहे हैं, देखने दो, it's fine, it's absolutely fine. Well then let me, how many of you are thinking this right now? Type in me in the chat box. Okay, some of you are, some of you are. Well then let me tell you one thing. That this high improper, what do we say this? Excess improper use of technology time, excess improper use of screen time is one day going to ruin your child's future. And here is how. It causes lack of focus in kids, laziness in kids, obesity, which is such a big problem in kids. If you did not know this, well then let me tell you that globally 81% of teenagers who are aged 11 to 17 years, they were insufficiently physically active in 2016. 81% of 11 to 17-year-olds वो physically active नहीं थे in 2016. And this was because of high exposure to screen time, lack of self-confidence, ADHD, which is also known as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, which causes hyperactive behavior in kids. Sleep problems. Well, there is another thing that I like to share with you over here is that according to this foundation called Sleep Foundation, इलेक्ट्रॉनिकल डिवाइसेस जो होते हैं ना, जो जैसे मोबाइल हो गया, स्क्रीन हो गई, ये सब हो गया, दे हैव दिस आर्टिफिशियल ब्लू लाइट that releases, that basically that can suppress the release of the body's sleep, including hormone, melatonin, and a lot of other words like that. But दिस आर्टिफिशियल ब्लू लाइट जो एमिट होती है स्क्रीन से, टेक्नोलॉजी डिवाइसेस से, वो हमारी बॉडी की जो नेचुरल स्लीप साइकिल होता है ना, उसको डिसरप्ट करती है, उसको डिस्ट्रॉय करती है. And that is why teenagers who spend more time on electronic devices, kids who spend more time on electronic devices, especially before the bedtime, they have various sleep problems such as anemia, insomnia, insomnia, shorter sleep duration, poor sleep quality, and all these problems. और ये होती, one of the biggest reasons is excess improper use of technology, getting distracted most of the time, getting bored easily, poor brain memory power, unhealthy growth of child, falling grades, low energy and activeness, depression. भाई बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. अभी ये और भी है क्या? हाँ, और भी है. All this is caused by excess improper use of technology. And this is how it can ruin any child's life, any child's future, if it is not controlled and if it is unproductive. And that is why it is a major priority for you as a parent to take action on this problem. If you're thinking 1 घंटा सही है, 2 घंटे भी फिर भी सही है, 3 से 4 घंटे या 4 से भी ऊपर घंटे is super not acceptable. And you need to take action on this. Nahi to your child will one or another day be leading to these problems. Next, I would like to show you the number of hours of screen time at home per week across age group. So first of all, एक 2 साल के बच्चे से भी छोटा, like a child who is under 2 years of age has a screen time of 14.2 hours per week, which is totally shocking for me. मुझे नहीं लगा था कि 2 साल से अंदर बच्चे का भी, 2 साल से कम एज के बच्चे का भी स्क्रीन टाइम होगा इतना. Then a 2 to 6 years child has a screen time of 25.9 hours per week. A 6 to 13-year-old child has a screen time of 31.5 hours per week. Okay, 13 to 18 years old of teenagers, they have a screen time of 43.6 hours per week, and a parent itself has 39.4 hours per week, which is like, I understand that parents have office work to do and all, but can you see कि teenagers का screen time per week एक parent से भी ज़्यादा है. So just imagine कितना ज़्यादा होगा उनका screen time. And I hope after looking at all these statistics, you are now aware कि हाँ भाई ये एक problem है, problem ही नहीं है, एक big problem है, and everyone needs to take action on this. Because if you do not take action on this, one or another day, this screen time is going to be polluting your child's brain. You will not even get to know what your child is watching, what your child is learning. Is it helping them? Is it productive? Is it unproductive? Where is that time going? Nothing. You will not get to know that. Because this is such a thing that no one knows what is happening. वो YouTube पे क्या देख रहे हैं, वो क्या सीख रहा है, वो कितने घंटे देख रहे हैं. And this can pollute your child's brain actually. Now these are some 4 categories of screen time that I want to tell you. First one is passive screen time. Passive screen time क्या होती है? This is a normal, an unproductive use of screen time, जिसमें बस बच्चा consume कर रहा है, बस देखते जा रहा है और कुछ नहीं कर रहा है. Now that can be entertainment. Most of the time it's entertainment. Interactive screen time. What is interactive screen time? Interactive screen time is playing brain games जो आपके brain को active कर रही है या brain पे थोड़ा ध्यान दे रही है, and problem solving games and things like that. Communication is when your child is talking to someone, communicating with someone, creating new networks, creating new communities, creating new connections with people. That is communication. And content creation, which is at the top level and which is the most productive screen time of all, that is कि आप बस learn ही नहीं कर रहे हो लेकिन अपनी learnings को share भी कर रहे हो, आप teach कर रहे हो, आप सिखा रहे हो, आप content बना रहे हो, आप share कर रहे हो. And this not only gives value to you, does not only make your screen time productive, but this will also help you help others learn from you. So these are the 4 categories of screen time. इसमें सबसे productive जो है वो content creation का है, which I believe every child should learn, which I believe every child should get into. Even I'm a content creator myself, and I believe that every person should be a content creator. So well, moving on now, how many of you are having a good time over here and learning something new? Type in LSN, learning something new. LSN. Oopsies. Type LSN in the chat box. Awesome. Okay. So well now, how many of you are thinking that Kavya, तुमने इतना सब कुछ बता दिया. Now the question, you have expanded the screen time so much, right? You've told how harmful it is, what is the best way of screen time and all of that. Now the question comes that how to stop the child's screen time, right? How many of you are wanting to know the answer for this question, that how to stop the child's screen time? Type in me in the chat box if you want the answer for this question. Me? Okay. So well then, let me tell you this one thing. This is a wrong question to ask. You know why? Because the screen time, it has increased so much, and every single child today, even 2 साल का बच्चा जानता है कि भाई फोन क्या है, जानते हैं वो. And as I told you, by the age of 7, psychologists have already warned that by the age of 7, a child will be glued to screen time. So, my friend, it will take a lot of hard work, and it is nearly impossible to stop anyone's screen time in today's world. In fact, अगर आप ये देख रहे हो, ये वेबिनार भी ऑनलाइन ही हो रहा है, ये वेबिनार भी स्क्रीन टाइम से ही है, स्क्रीन टाइम ही तो हो रहा है, ये वेबिनार भी टेक्नोलॉजी से ही हो रहा है. It is also online. But the right question you need to ask to yourself and you need to work on is, how can we make technology time productive for 7+ kids? You cannot stop the child's screen time, but you can make it productive so that your child's future will be better and they would be able to use their time productively. और वो time waste नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन उसको अच्छे से use करेंगे. How many of you did not know this before and have got a bulb, and it is a bulb on moment for you? Type in BO in the chat box. Bulb on. BO. Yes. Well, okay, wonderful. Nice to see that there are BOs in the chat box. So yes, this is the question you need to ask. And now let me tell you some differentiators between what is a good usage of screen time versus the bad usage of screen time. Good usage क्या होता है? Controlled screen time, ज़्यादा over नहीं, लेकिन controlled, limit होना और बहुत productive होना. That is a good usage of screen time. Now, if your child is using the screen time in a good way, is controlled, is productive, your child will become more independent. It will prepare them for future, and it will help kids learn more effectively and properly. और गुड यूजेज ऑफ स्क्रीन टाइम के एग्जाम्पल जो आप ट्राई कर सकते हो है कंटेंट क्रिएशन. Start sharing your learnings with others. Start creating content. It is absolutely fine if you do not want your child to post it on social media, but at least start creating content. That could be in the form of blogs, that could be in the form of stories, could be in the form of videos, could be in the form of films, whatever. Start creating content, sharing your learnings, creating videos, reading. Wonderful, wonderful way is reading. Start reading books. और अगर आप नॉन फिक्शन बुक्स अपने बच्चे को पढ़ा सकते हो, so do that. Because at the end of the day, non-fiction books are the most valuable books that you will find out. These Warren Buffett, at the age of 14, he read the whole library. And he had gotten so much knowledge, not from reading just Harry Potter, not from reading just क्या बोलते हैं इसको, anime या manga. Yes, manga, a new book, new trend that has come, whom I don't even know why people find interesting, because I don't like it that much. So you need to start reading. If you can, start reading non-fiction books. Your child should start reading non-fiction books. Learning Rubik's Cube or any learning to solve any problem like that, puzzle like that, mind game like that. Now, अगर आपके बच्चे का स्क्रीन टाइम अनकंट्रोल्ड है, एक्सेस है, इम्प्रॉपर है, अनप्रोडक्टिव है, which is the bad usage of screen time, that will cause your child lack of focus and concentration, high increase of mental and physical diseases and disorders in children, जैसे ADHD, learning disorders, behavior disorders, obesity. That will lead your kids with falling grades. And some examples of क्या था, excess improper use of technology time है only consumption not creation, जो मैक्सिमम लोग करते हैं. बस देखते जाते बस एंटरटेन होते रहते हैं, एंटरटेन होते रहते हैं, लेकिन वो कुछ क्रिएट नहीं कर रहे हैं, वो कुछ शेयर नहीं कर रहे. That is something totally bad usage of screen time and you should reduce it. मैं अभी भी एंटरटेनमेंट देखती हूँ, हाँ, like I know it is fun and it is important, but reduce it. 4 घंटे से ज्यादा, 7 घंटे से ज्यादा, 5 घंटे से ज्यादा, make it half an hour to 1 hour, 40 minutes and things like that. Watching TV the whole day, playing video games, mobile games the whole day, that is totally excessive improper use of screen time, and that is totally bad usage of screen time. Don't stop it, because that is fun and fun is important in life, but at least reduce it to some amount of time. So, well, coming to, okay, yeah. And well, one more thing I would like to tell you is, if you do not work on making your child's screen time productive and reducing it, do not take action on it, then your child is going to be controlled or manipulated or whatever you say that by this technology. They're going to be so addicted to it कि भाई उनको फोन के अलावा कुछ दिमाग में ही नहीं आएगा क्या करना है. That is all they're going to be having. They're going to be so dependent on phones one day, so dependent on screens one day, that they're going to forget what else do they have. And that is why it is super important to reduce your child's screen time, super important to make your child's screen time productive. So, well, now moving on, how many of you are having fun till now? Type in me in the chat box. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying till here. There are still a lot of things that you need to see. So do not go anywhere right now. Stick with me till here, okay? Now, I would like to share with you the top 3 key secrets to boost your child's brain and memory power. Yes. 1 second. Yeah, so 3 secrets to boost your child's brain memory power, and that you're going to be getting to know in my story. So pay attention, everyone. So, well, this is me. Hi, everyone. So, yeah, 2-3 साल पहले, I was a shy introvert, as my dad also mentioned in the beginning, right? Yes, I was a shy introvert. I was afraid of speaking. I seriously could not speak at all. मैं डरती थी बोलने से. अभी जैसे मैं बोल रही हूँ वो तो भूल ही जाओ, 2-3 साल पहले मैं कैसे बोलती थी. I would like hello, hi, I don't know, like, you know, something like that. So I could not speak. I was afraid of speaking. Yeah, that's it. एंड हर बार जब मम्मा पापा पीटीएम में जाते थे ना, one complaint that they always used to get is Kavya bolti nahi hai, Kavya is not active, Kavya does not participate in class and all that. And that was not just once. Every single time, starting from pre-nursery till 4th to 5th grade, same feedback, same feedback. And my dad and I were seriously fed up of this, were annoyed from this. Totally, we were. So Papa ने इसके ऊपर action लिया and we started creating videos. And if I honestly tell you, मेरी जो first video बन रही थी ना, 100 से भी ज़्यादा takes लगे थे उस पूरी video को बनाने में. And as I was in 4th grade back then when we started creating videos, actually we started creating videos from 2nd grade as well. लेकिन वो बताऊं consistently नहीं हो रहा था. तो 4th grade में जब कोविड आया तो थोड़ा कंसिस्टेंट होना शुरू हो गया. तो 4th grade में आई स्टार्टेड लर्निंग स्पेनिश, तो इसलिए आप इसमें देख सकते हो लर्न स्पेनिश अल्फाबेट्स. तो यस, आई स्टार्टेड टीचिंग whatever I learn in Spanish. So we started creating videos to improve my communication and to get over my shyness. And as I told you, I was terrible at creating videos back then. Lekin we did not stop. My dad did not let me stop. Although I hated it so much, but my dad did not let me stop. Today still we create videos. Or आज we have won these many certificates. We have done 200 plus uploads on our YouTube channel. Kavyamohindroo is my YouTube channel's name. I'll also put the channel link in the chat box so you can check it out. We have reached over 100 plus subscribers, 9,000 plus views and all that. Not just that, but we also got featured on Daily Hunt, which is a press media news, and Inc. 91. And all thanks to my dad for this. If my dad would not have been there to push me to not stop creating videos, to not give up on creating videos, but keep creating videos, तो आज मैं ये वेबिनार भी नहीं कर रही होती, आज मैंने जो भी सर्टिफिकेट जीते हैं वो भी नहीं जीते होते, और आज मेरा कम्युनिकेशन भी इतना फ्लुएंट नहीं होता, और आज अभी भी जो है वही सेम फीडबैक आ रहा होता पीटीएम से. Yes, first of all, now it has stopped coming. The last PTM that we went to, we did not get this feedback, and we were so happy for that. So all thanks to my dad for this. Then during COVID-19, as every single kid was getting bored and all that, and a lot of people were saying कि books पढ़ो, books पढ़ो, books पढ़ो. So चलो मैंने भी books पढ़ना शुरू करा. So this is one of my first non-fiction book that I ever read was this one, How to Memorize Everything Easier, Quicker and Faster by Shilpa Gupta Yadav. And I used to love writing and telling stories. Love it. This used to be my passion. This still is my passion now. So one day I was like, sitting on my bed with a piece of paper, and I started writing a couple of stories on that paper. ठीक है, मैंने लिख दिया और वो पेपर मैंने अपनी पूरी फैमिली को देखा. They were like, okay, very good Kavya, awesome stories, awesome, right? I went to my dad expecting कि भाई वो भी यही बोलेंगे, हर बच्चा जो भी कुछ दिखाता है तो पेरेंट्स तो यही बोलते हैं, वेरी गुड बेटा, गॉड ब्लेस यू, जीता रहे, right? When I went to my dad, he said, that's great, awesome, nice to see that. But along with that, he also published all those stories that I wrote in my first debut book, Kavya's Bag of Short Stories, Volume 1, in 2020. And this was my first book. I still have it with me. This is my first book. और इतना प्राउड फील हुआ ना जब ये बुक आई मेरे हाथों में. I touched it. Bro, this is my book, Kavyamohindroo. And when all my friends were like, you're an author, oh my god, wow. And one of my friends even asked an autograph from me. And I was like, I felt so happy for that. Not just that, but even I got invited as a special invitee in Golden Apples of God, Never Cease to Amaze. And even Gems 4, जो बहुत मोटी बुक है, बहुत मोटी बुक है, लेकिन इसमें भी मेरी बहुत सारी स्टोरीज हैं, लेकिन और भी ऑथर्स की भी स्टोरीज हैं. So well, yeah. And for this also, all thanks to my Pau, my dad, whom I call Pau, to publish these books, to identify my hidden talent of writing and implementing it into writing books. I never thought I could write books. I never thought, I never have seen any kid writing books. Now I do. Now I know some kids, some other kids also have written books. But I never thought I could do that. Like my dad was the one who made it possible. Now, coming to last part of my story, and that is during 2020, I had poor brain and memory power. I had less focus and a very high unproductive screen time. मैं 5-6 घंटे देती थी स्क्रीन टाइम में पहले, उससे भी ज़्यादा. और मैं पूरा दिन म्यूजिक वीडियोस देखती रहती थी या कुछ भी एंटरटेनमेंट, और कुछ होता ही नहीं था भाई करने को. And this was me 2 to 3 years ago, right? So my dad wanted me to do something productive. तो इसलिए हम दोनों ने एक साथ जो है 3x3 रूबिक्स क्यूब को सॉल्व करना सीखा. And if I tell you, it took me a whole month to learn to solve it, and I was so terrible at it, so terrible. But yes, finally I learned to solve the Rubik's cube during 2020, and then I practiced it a lot. I reduced my time in it, got more faster at it, and won lots and lots of medals and awards in Rubik's cube. Aaj I have 4+ trophies and 10+ medals, and I don't even know how many certificates I have. And all this happened because of the Rubik's cube, because I learned cubing. So all thanks to the Rubik's cube for that. I also did 3x3 Rubik's cube mastery beginner level group coaching programs with 10+ kids. और इतना मतलब मजा आया था भाई उसमें बहुत, जब मैंने बच्चों को सिखाया. It was like I'm the teacher. Like it feels so good, right, when you can call yourself a teacher. So yeah, these programs were also super fun. Seeing my own students solve the Rubik's cube from me was a totally different feeling. ऐसा लग रहा था that I've done something. हाँ, I have done something. अब self confidence भी उससे बहुत बड़ा था मेरा. And today I am one of India's youngest Rubik's cube specialists and coach for 7+ kids, cubing aspirants and beginners who want to learn and grow in cubing. I'm a certified Rubik's speed cuber, and you can read the solve the 2x2 in 5 seconds at 6 Delhi State Speed Cubing Championship. Won 10+ certificates and medals. Created 200+ videos on my YouTube channel, and I'm the co-founder of Cuber Success Academy. And my dad, Kavyamohindroo, is the founder of Cuber Success Academy. And I've trained 50+ learners through my group coaching programs and online courses. That was all about me. And guess what? My dad made it all happen again. My dad was, is, and will be the role model for all this. Is my biggest inspiration and is the reason why all this has been possible. I could not ever do this alone, and my dad seriously helped me, supported me, and we together have done this. And today we work on the problem on that the current Indian schooling and education system we feel is not sufficient for preteen kids to aim and build a lead a life of freedom and success. We're on the mission to build the world's largest community of preteen young achievers and aspiring leaders from India. And our vision is to collectively inspire parents and their preteen kids from India to grow with success mindset, habits, and skills. So, well, the first secret, all of you would have paid attention, would have got to know this, but that is absolutely fine if you did not know this. I know that the story was a little mysterious. So, pehla secret jo hai, as a takeaway, that I want to tell you that you need to apply, that will help your child boost their memory power, focus, and self-confidence, is reading, writing, listening, and publishing. Start reading, start writing, start listening actively, and start publishing. This is going to be helping you go to a totally different next level in your creativity and imagination, in your thinking, in your success mindset, habits, and skills. Secret number 2 is creating videos. This will help you overcome your shyness like anything. It helped me. It is one of the biggest reasons why I'm speaking like this, why I'm feeling so confident right now. Creating videos will improve your self-confidence. Creating videos will improve your communication skills, public speaking skills, and in whatever language you're creating videos, it'll help you improve in that language as well. And secret number 3 is Rubik's Cube. This lovely puzzle mind sport is your secret number 3. Learn this and just wait for the wonders that is going to help you to improve your brain like anything, memory like anything, focus like anything. And of course, will make your time productive and will reduce your screen time as well. And yes, these are the 3 secrets to your boosted brain memory power and all the wonders. And this is the secret door to achieving all these. All right. So, well, I think it's been almost 1 hour for you in this webinar. So I think you would have gotten a lot of value and would be having fun by now. Are you having fun and have you learned something new? Type in yippee in the chat box. Come on, people, I'm waiting for your yippies.
Kavya, you can definitely take a sip of water. I think you've been speaking for long now.
Yeah.
So, I think there has been a lot of value. So, how many people think they have got really good value out of this webinar, right? And they have gained some information. Just type in great in the chat box. Just type in great in the chat box and let us know about your feedback and all that. And in the meantime, I would also like to tell that you would also be receiving messages on your WhatsApp and also in the group also, that the link to the feedback form. We are definitely giving, offering a giveaway. Whosoever will submit the feedback, there is a 3x3, I think 3x3 Rubik's Cube Mastery ebook in which Kavya has jot down all the steps and procedures and the guidelines which need to be followed in an ebook format. Okay, not in a very interactive way, but a lot of kids and people, like to learn through reading, right? So that is another ebook, another form of consuming content uh, to learn basically about how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, right? So you are going to get that upon filling the feedback form. So are you excited? All just type in the chat box. Kavya, you want to share more?
Yes, I think there are some more things that I would have to share right now. One thing. So, yes, 1 second. So the feedback form link is shared in the WhatsApp, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes. So let's move on to a little wish list that I would like to show you. And right now the webinar is not yet over. So all of you who are planning to leave, stay till the end, okay? So a little wish list I would like to show you is, and these could be some of the wishes that you have in your wish list for your child. And if you want to achieve these, so one of them is improve their patience, be focused. You want your child to be focused and concentrate, to become self-confident, to spend more time in productive things, to boost their brain memory power, to reduce their screen time and make their screen time more productive, to get good grades and to have fun in learning. Well then, here is something that I would like to share with you people, and that is, if you want to achieve everything in this wish list, not everything, maximum things, everything achieve करना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है, लेकिन don't worry, you will be able to do it. If you want your child to achieve all these things in the wish list, right? I would like to tell you something, that behind every young child who believes in himself today is a parent who believed first. If you take a case in my story, everything that I've achieved in the past 2 to 3 years is because of my dad, is because of my parents, right? And if you see any person like Nastya, she is like just 8 to 9 years old, like Nastya. I'm sure some of you would be aware of this. So, well, how many of you are aware of like Nastya? Thank you, Kiran Asrani, for that feedback. I am really happy that you enjoyed. So, well, yes, some of you are aware of like Nastya, right? So she's just 8 to 9 years old and she started her YouTube journey when she was 2 to 3 years old. भाई 2 साल का बच्चा उसको YouTube चलाना नहीं आता होगा. How did she do that? Because of her parents. And you know, I was listening to an interview that someone took from like Nathi, and she saluted to her parents to help her. And today she has more than 100 million subscribers on YouTube. 100 million. And all that was possible just because of her parents. If you take an example of Aditya Shukla, who has more than 1 million plus followers on his Instagram account, he was also able to do it because of her elder sister who is around college or anything, something like that, and his mom and dad, his parents. My Miss Anand, she's also a wonderful YouTuber, although I don't watch her these days क्योंकि अब उसका content थोड़ा boring हो गया है, लेकिन पहले वो बहुत सारी videos बनाती थी and she has more than 13 million subscribers. And behind her success also, it's her Bua, whatever, Shruti Arjun Anand, her Bua. IU and Bihu Show, which is another fascinating channel, which is run by, it is a family show, right? And there IU and Bihu, who are just kids right now, and they are like at 20 million, about to reach to 20 million. मैं उनको अभी भी देखती हूँ और वो इतना सही content बनाते हैं ना. And who helped them achieve this was their parents. So my friends, so dear parent, if you want your child to be successful, if you want your child to believe in themselves, if you want your child to be a person, you want them to be, you know, a person they want themselves to be, start believing in themselves, start believing in them, and start supporting them, start helping them, be there for them for every single moment. Because you are the person who is going to help them be successful, who is going to help them to do anything in life. Your child is your top priority, should be your top priority. Not work, not office work, not household work, but your child. If you really want to achieve almost everything in this wish list or anything in your wish list, start working for that. And this quote is such an awesome quote by Matthew Jacobson that actually tells that behind every young child who is successful today, who believes in themselves today, who is a person whom they wanted to be today, is because of a parent, is because of a mentor, is because of someone who believed in them first. Someone who helped them do that. For me, it's my dad. For your child, you be that person. Become that person. So, well, hope this is also valuable for you. So now, all these problems that I told you, and the solution also is just about to come. So wait till the end for the solution. Why do you need to start taking action to limit your child's technology time immediately? बहुत सारे लोग बताओ क्या करते हैं, वो कहते हैं काव्या ठीक है बता दिया, चलो मैं सॉल्यूशन भी बता दूंगी, राइट? But a lot of people, they're going to procrastinate, means they're not going to take action now. They're going to say बाद में देख लेंगे यार, कल देख लेंगे यार, संडे है, थोड़ा मजा करने दो, क्यों इसमें प्रेशर लेना है? Let me tell you that you need to start taking action to limit your child's technology time immediately, like now, abhi ke abhi, not abhi ke abhi, yeah, but as soon as the webinar ends, take action, take action. Whatever action that we give you, take it without thinking. Because it is important to take action immediately. Why? Because there is, this whole process of a human and how habits are developed in humans. पहले क्या होता है, चलो मैंने इसमें मैगी का एग्जांपल ले लेती हूँ. This is my own example how I started with Maggie. I used to hate Maggie. मैंने उसको कभी ट्राई तक नहीं करा था, लेकिन मुझे ना वो बालों की तरह लगती थी. And that is why I hated it. I did not like it. Once my sister, my elder cousin sister, she made me taste it forcefully. मैंने उसकी एक बाइट ली and I loved it. Oh my God, it felt like I'm tasting heaven. Seriously. So tasty. इतनी perfect Maggie थी ना, इतनी perfect Maggie. I was like, I love it. I love it. Then I ate it again. The second step, I want to do it again. I ate it again. Oh my God. Sorry. I ate it again. And I started eating it again and again and again and again. And I did not know whether it is good or whether it is bad. No, I did not know. क्योंकि हमारे माइंड को पता नहीं चलता ना कि क्या ये विलन है या क्या ये एंजल है. We did not get to know. I also did not get to know because I was around 8 to 9 years old. Bhai, I was a small kid. I'm still a small kid, right? And then when I started doing it again and again and again, not realizing whether it's good or bad, although it was bad, I started getting very bad stomach aches, constipation, loose motions, and my health. I started increasing my weight. My weight was starting to increase, and मेरे गले में दर्द होने लग गई थी, मेरे पेट में होने लग गई थी, and I was having breathing problems and all that. We showed it to the doctor, and that was because that I was having Maggie consistently, frequently in a week. 7 दिन होता है ना एक हफ्ते में, 7 में से 5-6 दिन मैं मैगी खाती थी, 5-6 दिन हर हफ्ते. And then I got to know, oh my God, what have I become? Now, of course, a lot of people tried to stop me. But still, I said, okay, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. But no one took serious action on it. And that is why after we saw that thing, that yes, this is really affecting my health, then we started taking serious action on it. And that is why parents are the heroes in this. If we could have taken action before all this could have happened, तो मतलब मैं उन बीमारियों से, उस health problem से तो बच जाती ना. That would not have happened to me. But it did. Why? Because we did not take serious action before. हमने wait करा कि जब वो हो जाएगा तब करेंगे ना. And that is why mobile phones, technology time, it is a problem and it will increase in the future. And if you do not take action right now, then you're doing a big mistake. You really are. If your child is liking technology time right now, they'll do it again and again and again. It'll turn into a habit, and this is a bad habit. And then one day they'll realize, oh my God, what have I become? भाई मेरे चश्मों का नंबर इतना ज्यादा -5 तक चला गया, -6 तक चला गया. And my brain memory power is like, oh my God, very poor, and I am not able to do anything. I do not know what to do, bro, and I just don't know. I just don't have anything apart from my screen time. I just don't have anything apart from the phone or technology. And that is where you as a parent will become as a superhero like this. Shh. And will save your child from this. You should do that. You should. मेरे को बोलने से मैं से इतना क्या होता है, like of course as a kid myself, बहुत सारे लोग मुझे बोलते हैं, मेरी मम्मा मुझे बार बार टोकती रहती है कि चप्पल पहन ले, कि तब भी मैं चप्पल नहीं पहनती. रूम साफ कर ले, लेकिन तब भी मैं रूम साफ नहीं करती. ये बर्तन बाहर रख दे, कौन रखेगा, मम्मी आएगी, नानी आएगी, मैं तब भी नहीं रखती. So yeah, I understand कि बोलने से इतना कुछ नहीं होता, but you need to start taking serious action on it immediately so that this problem does not turn so big. Got it? So well, there are the 3 P's that I would like to share with you for your child's successful future and building good habits in them. First one is patience. Patience is the key to success because nothing happens overnight. Nothing happens like ऐसे चुटकियों में कुछ नहीं होता है. So yes, patience is needed by every kid to be successful in the future, to learn anything new, to boost their brain memory power, to build their focus, self-confidence, or whatever they want to do. Patience is something that you really have to work on. Coming to perseverance. Perseverance is so important. Being dedicated, being consistent in towards you're doing. All these people who are till the end of the webinar, who are going to stay till the end of the webinar, you already have mastered this art of perseverance because you did not give up. You did not, give up at 10 feet, 50 feet. You know, there is a story I would like to tell you that my dad told me. Sorry, थोड़ी सी मतलब छोटी सी स्टोरी है, मैं जल्दी से बता देती हूँ. So एक गांव में ना क्या हुआ था, एक गांव में अनाउंसमेंट हुई थी कि खजाना है, खजाना, जिसको जाना है ढूंढने जाओ, ढूंढ लो, ठीक है. So there were 3 people who went to find the khazana, went to find the treasure, went to dig in the treasure. Those 3 villagers went. पहला विलेजर जो था उनको पता था कि खजाना कहाँ है, ठीक है, लेकिन उनको ये नहीं पता था कि कितने फीट पे. तो पहला जो विलेजर था वो खोदते गया, खोदते गया, खोदते गया, खोदते गया, खोदते गया. उसने 10 फीट तक खोद लिया था, लेकिन कुछ मिला ही नहीं उसको. सो ही वाज लाइक, आई गिव अप, मुझे पता है भाई इसमें कुछ है ही नहीं, झूठ कह रहे हैं, सबको ही खजाना नहीं है, मैं तो हार जा रहा हूँ. तो अपना निकल लिया. दूसरा विलेजर आया. अब वो जो है उस जगह पे उसने 10 फीट खोदा हुआ था. अब वो और खोदता गया, और खोदता गया, और खोदता गया, और खोदता गया, और वो 30 फीट तक उसने खोद लिया था. 30 फीट तक, ठीक है, 30. बट उसको कुछ नहीं मिला. नाउ ही वाज डिसअपॉइंटेड. ही वाज लाइक, हाँ, कुछ है ही नहीं इधर, मैंने 30 फीट खोदा, इतना टाइम बर्बाद करा, आई डिड नॉट गेट एनीथिंग, सो आई एम जस्ट गोइंग अवे. सो ही आल्सो वेंट अवे. अब तीसरा बंदा आया. तीसरे बंदे ने कहा, भाई मैं तो गिव अप नहीं करूंगा. ही वाज लाइक अ स्ट्रांग पर्सन, ही वुड नेवर गिव अप, अ परसिवियरेंट पर्सन. सो ही केप्ट digging and digging and digging and digging and digging, and he digged up to 50 feet. 50 फीट तक खोद डाला उसने, उसको कुछ मिला ही नहीं, ठीक है. तो वो भी गया. अब फिर आया एक चौथा विलेजर, एक और विलेजर आया, ठीक है. अब 50 फीट खुदा हुआ था, अभी तक ट्रेजर नहीं मिला. वो आया, उसने वो खोदने वाली जो होती है ना टूल, वो लिया, और उसने जो है वो खोदता रहा, खोदता रहा, खोदता रहा, खोदता रहा. और उसने इतना खोदा भी नहीं था, बस एक और फीट खोदा, बस एक और फीट खोदा. 51 फीट खुद चुका था. एंड गेस व्हाट, द ट्रेजर वाज लाइंग डाउन एट 51 फीट. तो उस विलेजर को ट्रेजर मिल गया, उसको खजाना मिल गया. एंड he was like so sorry for that person who dug up till 50 feet. अगर भाई जिस तीसरे बंदे ने 50 फीट तक खोद लिया था ना, अगर वो थोड़ा सा और खोद लेता उसको खजाना मिल जाता. उसने ही तो मेहनत करी थी भाई, उसको मिलना चाहिए था, लेकिन उसको नहीं मिला. Why? Because he gave up. The same thing in this webinar. All of you people who are staying till the end of this webinar, you are going to get the solution. But the ones who left in the middle of the webinar, maybe at 20 feet, maybe at 40 feet, maybe at 50 feet, will they get it? No, they are gonna miss it. They will have to find another way to get it. Maybe they'll register for it again or do anything. And that is why perseverance is so super important. Third P is problem solving skills. A problem solver is what a great person. कोई भी problem आए वो solve कर दो. Like that is the art of problem solving. And problem solving really helps you to work on your brain, memory, focus, everything in your brain and every of your mental health. It helps you work on that. So well, these were the problem solving. How did you like these 3 P's? Do you relate with these 3 P's? Are you going to work on these 3 P's? Type in me in the chat box. Awesome. Okay. And the link of the survey feedback form is also in the chat box. Go ahead and win your free ebook by filling in this feedback form. Awesome. So I can see a lot of me's in the chat box. Great. So अब आ जाते हैं हम, for all those who have stayed till the end, congratulations. I'm going to be giving you the solution for the problems. And the solution you are going to be getting not now, but I want to raise up the suspense again. You will get to know the solution after you book a free one-to-one demo meeting with us at CS Academy. So this is a one-to-one 30 minutes demo meeting जिसमें हम आपको solution के बारे में और depth में बताएंगे. Okay? And you would, is it? Yes. So you would be getting a message around 12:20 for to book up your free one-to-one demo meeting. है ना, Papa? So
Yes.
I'll just,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so those, first of all, many, many congratulations, those who have attended till the end. For those who have attended till the end of this webinar, they have been, offered a free one-to-one demo meeting of the solutions which we are offering. That includes basically the solutions related to Rubik's Cube and more. The things which Kavya has talked about, the three secrets which Kavya has talked about: reading, writing, and creating videos, and Rubik's Cube.
Rubik's Cube.
All when you basically include all three of them, that becomes the superpower basically, and that really helps in building up building up your kids in self confidence, focus, and brain and memory power, and all those things. If they are like Kavya has basically transformed in a way by adopting all those three things which she has talked about, right? So in our community, basically, we have created a community, as you have seen the problem, the vision, and the mission which we are having at the CS Academy. So you might have so you'll be getting all those in a basically community format. So we have five C's basically of our academy, that is coaching and courses and community and certification, right? And collaboration, right? So all those five C's which you would find in our community. Okay. So to know more about that community, what are those things which can help you in excelling your child with those three secrets, you can really book a free one-to-one demo meeting, which was not possible, to be explained in this particular webinar. So those who are interested, out of the people who have stayed till end, this is only for those people. So it's a great opportunity. Just go ahead. You will be getting the message in your WhatsApp and in the group as well, right? So you
Yes.
can book it right away. Thank you.
Hmm. So yes. So the WhatsApp message will be sent to you with a link to book at around 12:20, around that time only. So yeah,
So I
go.
hope I think, Kavya, I think it is already done. You have shared all the valuable content which you're having, right? So,
Yes.
you can express your, feedback in the feedback form link also, which is being shared. You will also be getting in your WhatsApp as well. Or you just type in here if you have found it really, really valuable. And in the feedback form, you can also let us know that, what improvement we should make it, as we are still improving and updating our content and all that, right? So as you can see, so just be cooperative in giving your feedback as much as possible.
Yep.
So we are ending this webinar now, and whatever questions you might be having, you can also put it up in the feedback form itself. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much again for sparing your time on Sunday. That is really, really commendable, and very best wishes. Thank you. We'll be waiting for your feedback
Yes.
and one-to-one if you are interested. Thank you.
Hmm. Thank you everyone and
Have a
bye
great
bye.
Sunday. Bye bye.